I was muted. It's fine. I should be not muted now. Also, little penguin. A little penguin doesn't want to do its little vibrations. Hello? Can we? There we go. That's your little body. How are we doing? Good morning. Friendly reminder before we start. We're ending a little early today. I'm probably going to end between 2:15 and 2:20. I love the ducks. I do love the ducks. Just so I have time to raid out, say hello to the person I'm raiding, and then dip out of my house to go get my nibblings from school. But there's that. That's the only thing I have. We're gonna do some building today. Imagine we're building in Planet Zoo. When I tell you guys, I was on that game for hours yesterday. Hours. That's a lot of ducks. The only rubber duckies I have outside of the game are one rubber duck. It is a flamingo rubber duck that I actually need to give to my brother because he drives a Jeep and his wife has flamingo everything. So there's that. I'm sorry, Allie. Also, I learned they've added some stuff to you can see I've just added it to this screen to meld where you can highlight a message, and I'm gonna kind of play with that on and off. I don't need it to see my name, but instead of pinning messages, I could just put them up here like this. And then like I don't know what ducks have to do with Jeeps. I just know if you have a Jeep, a lot of people give you a rubber duck. I don't have a Jeep, so I never got in on that. But he does have a Jeep and he does get ducked. So I wanted to get him a duck that represented both him and his wifey. So they have a flamingo duck that's been sitting in my kitchen for, I shit you not, at least a year and a half. Can you explain the ducking? I bet you did get fucked. I love you so much. I just want you to know that. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't understand the ducking that comes with Jeep owners. I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it started. I don't know why it is still a thing that happens. But like, I'm also not gonna shit on anybody's like community like thing. It's not hurt nobody. Duck is a duck is a duck. Have fun with it. I just wish I understood the origin of it. That's all. That's all. Like, I know that there's a good morning, Jack. Also, good morning, Jack and Vin and Stitchy, who should be going to bed as soon as her internet comes back on so she can listen to her rain sounds. But until then, I can give her. That's my rain sounds for Stitchy. That was my rain sounds. Good morning, Tommy Rachel. Congrats on first SAR. Good morning, Jess. You missed it by seconds. Hello, Lynn. How are you? So you gotta support it. You now have to get little cows to put on all of the Subarus. I also don't understand why it would be Moo Moo Subaru, only because it matches, only like the rhyming I get, but also, Jess, I'm not sure what kind of car I expected you to drive. Subaru makes sense, but also not really what I was thinking. I was thinking more like a smaller, well, I guess a Subaru would be a smaller SUV. Like I drive a Kia Sportage. I figured you would drive a car kind of like that. You know, like a little SUV, but not like an SUV, but not like this hatchback station wagon either. Like a smaller SUV and kind of that zone is what I figured you would drive. Yeah. I did not think, I don't think about the kind of cars people drive. I've got to look up what a Forester is just to make sure that, like, yeah, it's exactly the kind of car I thought you would drive. Yep, at least I wasn't wrong in that. It is a little hatchback SUV, like smaller SUV looking thing. Maybe a little bigger than my car, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not like... I'm not too far off on the style. Subaru never entered my mind, which is wild because like of the stereotypical like Subaru expectation of a driver. But I did not think it was a Subaru. I was thinking like a Honda. a Hyundai, you know? So I had a 1999 Ford Explorer until like, that's the one that I gave up on, you know? You are the Subaru lesbian, and that's okay, you know? I think Subarus are fantastic cars. I think it's cool that you can get little badges to put on your Subaru, to like say how long you've owned one and all of the cool little things you've done with your Subaru. So I have no idea how old ducking is. I just know that it is a thing. Like the only thing Jeep drivers have done that makes me giggle, and I'm like, yeah, I understand, is when they have like the tire cover on the back of their tire that says, if you can read this, flip me over, and it's like always upside down. You know? Yeah, see, I want badges on my car. I don't know what badges I would put on it. I guess I could put badges on my car. We just call them stickers. You know? But I don't like putting stickers. It's so funny, right? The sticker fear is real. Vicky shared with where did I miss that? Oh my God, that was a whole thing I missed. The Jeep ducking phenomenon. I feel like it's older than 2020 as well. In 2020, a Jeep owner named Alice in Parliament had a small yellow duck and decided to place it on another Jeep with a friendly note. Her intention was to brighten someone's day, and that one small gesture landed a viral trend known as ducking Jeeps or Duck Duck Jeep. Since then, the movement has grown across North America and beyond, with Jeep owners in southern Utah, Nevada, and all over the world embracing the trend. It's crazy that is the... I'm sorry that I missed that, Vicky. But I did think it was older than 5 years. I feel like it's always kind of been a thing. But my thing with like I'll put stickers on my cup or whatever, right? Like I don't, there's something about me putting a sticker on a car, a bumper sticker or whatever, that like I'll put it on the window of a car, because then if I need to, I can use like a flat edge blade to like scrape it off. But you can't flat edge blade it off of a car. I could see you driving a Jeep, Jess. Like I could see that. You're like sportier, and I know Subarus are sporty, but you like, to me, are not like sporty. You're like sporty, and I don't know why that is you know. My brother has a Jeep, and we told him not to get it because they're expensive to fix, and I'll be damned if he hasn't dropped like $6,000 into that $2,500 Jeep in the last 3 years that he owned it. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely older than 5 years. Like, so no, I have a little Kia Sportage. It's like a 20. I think it's also a 2020. We bought the house and the car right before like COVID got real bad, you know, like everything went weird. So, but I will say I genuinely love my little car. We've had it for, when I got it, it had 5,000 miles on it, and now we're like 22,000 miles away from 100,000 miles on it, and we've only had it for years. My car is the car we do everything in. No, I know, but like if the first documented, if they're gonna say that this person is the catalyst for ducking, cool, like have that, that's fantastic. But also I don't think that was the catalyst. I think that it's just kind of been a thing that kind of happened. So I agree. Mandela effect. Mandela effect. So yeah, he has like the good morning, Eru. Makes me sick. Makes me sick. That's my favorite part. Like all of your entry sounds, there's always one little part that I'm gonna latch onto, and that's gonna be what it is. I hope it's back. Babe, you know how to get up there, buddy. I don't have to turn up my chair. Put it. Come here, you little shit. You have been a needy little bean all day. What do you need? What do you need? You've done nothing but harass your siblings, tear up my chair, and fight Mr. Quib. What do you need? You need a hug? It's this part right here in Lynn's song. Do do do. Leedle leedle leedle. 83%. Crazy. That'll go there. It wouldn't let me move your panda to the habit like at all. I did not have trouble with that. I was actually going to ask you this morning how you're how it's going and how you're liking it. And I'm sorry that is that little man. I turned away from him to answer your question. God damn, sorry, Vicky. You got beaten. Don't lick me. How are you, Jess? Don't lick me. I did take a shower last night, but you know, I'm in my day one of lady days, and I'm feeling very, you know, like that's why we're a penguin today. Yeah, because I look and feel a hot mess. No, that's valid. That's valid. But it's still the same. 69. Shit, I can't pin it because you're not the highest. Actually, I could pin it now. I'll give you you can have you a 5-minute pin. But we'll keep the big one on the main screen. The big one will stay on the main screen. So, but what I was saying with the highlighted messages is it could be cool, like if we're doing questions or whatever, to be able to highlight those and keep them up there. And that's going to be, well, I'll add that to like all of my screens shortly. Like I'm adding it as we go. I don't even have the game open. Hold on. Paste, brother. We'll put you here. All right. If somebody gets a higher one than that, you got to yell at me because the mods can't pin that on my screen. Only I can. Okay. I missed something. A couple of hiccups and stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's my biggest like complaint. 32% coyote for an hero. Jess started her lady day too. Or day, which Jess. The first 2 days are the worst. Okay, that Jess. Valid. 9% in wild, not wild. We're all it is just that time. We are all on our lady days, and it just is what it is. But I was like, I am absolutely 100%. I don't know if you guys heard that. The ostrich just scared the shit out of me. Where's my Planet Zoo stuff? That's my question. Where's my game music? No. I'm looking. Please hold. I'm trying to find it. This is the downside to Meld. You can be muted until I figure it out because you're probably getting double audio. Good morning, squirrel. How are you? I don't even know what that was. What am I moving there? What is happening? Why? I'm very lost. Are you locked? No. There we go. Now can I move you? Thank you. That's all I wanted to do was move it a little. Okay, penguin should no longer be cut off. And now I gotta find this damn... Where's my penguins? Or where's my Planet Zoo? It was here, and now it's not. I'm sad. I'll have to figure it out. Is there a Planet Zoo on this side? Do we have that track over here? No? Interesting. Oh my. It's possible. How are you, Thimbo? Good morning. He was like, this bitch is going to sleep. It is going to happen. There's so many ways to yeah. I will figure out why my Planet Zoo isn't showing as an audio source and add it. I can't figure it out. Well, that is rather unfortunate for Arrow. Arrow's gonna have to deal with Cranky Stitchy all on his own, and that's his own fault. All right. So as you can see, what is the simp? I want to know what a simp is. S-I-M-P. I know what a simp is, but is it the same? After I asked about how to restart the stuff I did, figured out how to. Very nice. No, not that you finished it after you restarted it. No, but like sometimes it's nice to, even after you finished it, to restart it because you don't remember, you know? You don't remember where you were. You know, Squirrel, I believe that. That's fine. I'm also a simp for certain people, you know? Mr. Quiv, biggest simp you've ever seen in your life. All right, so yesterday after stream, we made some changes to some things. I am a simp for Stitchy. You are not wrong. And then I went through, we added lighting. So there's lighting around all of the pathways, including these ones. I finished the copybook. I almost just choked on my calcium. Yeah. We rebuilt our capybara cave, so they have a cave now, and I finished off this fence. I started decorating little spaces, adding more education. I mean, we're a 4.15 store now, you know? No, not the washing machine. Be careful. I want to find... I have, like, everything unlocked. That's the downside. I have so many vets. I only let 2 of them research at a time, but we are doing all of the things. So I wanted to put 2 exhibits here to fill this space, and then I'm going to fill this area with, like, things. Good night, Stitchy. Sleep sweet. And then we'll decorate this with, like, some plants, some trees, some things and stuff. Our flamingo was about to mate. And then over here, like I said, we're going to put a gondola ride here or a train ride or something. And then we're going to start building out this way. I've started doing that a little bit. We've started get out of here, balloon. We've started a new staff area. There's another balloon. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. All right. We have new challenges. I never worry about those. And we also have some people visiting. Make sure if you're doing franchise mode, you can greet up to 5 people a day. And it'll give you 20 conservation credits. I've already greeted my 5 a day. Reading Rainbow. But you can get 100 conservation credits from that. If you're doing franchise modes and you need conservation credits, they are... No, I'm so sorry. I know they have like a tool for Legos to break them apart, but I'm sure you also don't have that, and I wouldn't even know where to begin to tell you to find one. I am also fucking old. All right? I was watching TikTok yesterday, and they were interviewing sports players. I'm pretty sure they were football. Yeah, brick separator. And anytime one of them, they would ask when they were born. And as soon as somebody said 19, they would put on like really sad music and put them in like gray, like black and white, and then put like dinosaurs or something in the background. And I'm like, brother, that's me. I was born in 19. You know, like that's me. Yeah, so you understand. You understand. A butter knife is probably a very, very solid, like, swap for that. I would try that, Lynn. Princess said she used to use a butter knife. So maybe a butter knife, like, because it's thin, if you have a really thin butter knife, would be able to slip in between the bricks and pop it off. That's really, like, that's thinking, you know? That's actual thinking. Y'all, I'm 40. I don't tell my actual age here very often. We always add a 0 or like 50. But I'm 40. I'm also old. I'm not old, but I'm old. But in franchise mode, it's hard to earn these conservation credits. This tells you how to do it. Releasing to the wild, selling animals in the marketplace, greeting people that visit your zoo, logging in daily, and completing community challenges. I don't ever do community challenge. The other way, other than greeting people, are the green bins. These will slowly build you up some conservation credits as you go because they're considered recycling, so they're good for the environment. Yeah, like every time I buy keycaps, I have one of the things for to pull the keys off my keyboard. But I don't build Legos. I am the most boring bitch you've ever met in your life. All right, I know this. It's fine. I'm cool. I can be boring and cool, right? Those are things that they can coexist. And that's what I'm going with. I'm boring and cool. You have a safe drive home. I'm so glad you have a short day today. But yeah, that's what I did while you were gone. I decorated here. I still have to do the trees around here, but I spent a lot of time yesterday setting up all of this lighting and some pathing. I think today, I don't know what I want to do. First, we check the animal market. Anything cheap. Anything. Not cheap enough. But there are only one, which is nice. This person is essentially just giving away for like this one being one. All right, I can live with that. That's pretty cool. Not the snow. That's wild. It is always wild to me that those of y'all who live in the Pacific Northwest are like, it snowed here. And like, I don't know why I think the Pacific Northwest would be cold. I think it's just your relation to Canada and me thinking Canada is also cold in the winter because I'm in Minnesota and we're South Canada. So we're cold in the winter, but it's always wild to me that you guys are not. Yeah, like you guys are pretty much the same temperature all the time. You guys don't get a lot of like fluctuations with it being really hot or really cold. Like I do here in Minnesota. So when you guys are like, it snowed here, I'm like, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it snow there? Yeah, yesterday it was 50 outside, and today, currently right now, it is 33. Our high today was 42, and that was at like 1 in the morning. The temperature is just going to drop all day. Yeah, see? My high today, like I said, my high today was at... Oh, no, we'll be at 37 at 3. My highest day this week is Friday. Friday, it's going to be on the 27th. It is going to be 52 degrees. But the next day, the 28th, it's going to be 33 degrees. Yeah, I feel you. What's up, Aquila? How are you? I will play that in just a second. I missed it the other day. I did refund you. That was my bad. The song is catchy. You are correct. All right. Oh, that song? Let's find out together. I don't know that song. Let's find out. Oh, no, that song. I do know that. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. That one? Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. You know it. That one, I'm pretty sure, is this one. Yes, it is. We love the song. The song's a vibe. We're going to turn it up. You name it. So DJ Suede. Let's see. Let me pause. Yeah. That is the one I have. Eru is plotting y'all's demise. That emote is fucking wild, squirrel. What the shit? I love it, but that's fucking wild. This is like the Thanksgiving song. You name it. 99%. No, there's 100% nobody is special redeem in the chat. And what that does is take VIP away from everybody who has it, who purchased it with channel points. There are a couple of people who have it at this point who it will not be removed from. And those people are Stitchy and Thimbo. Those are my two VIPs that like I will keep them as VIPs. Also, I'm gonna give out a shout out to somebody. We have two cutie commands. What's the other cutie command? Oh. Oh, Aquila. We'll see you in 30 seconds, buddy. That does not count against anybody, if any of you are curious. It doesn't show as a timeout anywhere. It just like, you'll be okay. You're not going to show up as a suspicious user anywhere, I promise. We've tested it several times. Sometimes you just need to take a break, you know? That's how we do that over here. You just put yourself in timeout. I lost my train of thought entirely. Yeah, see? You ain't saying nothing. Sometimes you just have to be dead, you know? All right, let's look at... Yes, thank you. Let me make sure I spell their name absolutely correctly because I don't want to... I want to make sure that, like, I have the correct person. All right, they are a newer streamer. We have raided into them before. I just want you guys to know, I don't even think they're at 100 followers yet. But this is one of those streamers that I have found. I've met them through Wiley, I believe, that I really enjoy. They're very chill. They're very cool. They're very comfy. I really like hanging out over in Beefy stream when I'm able to catch them on. If you are not already following Beefy, maybe go check them out next time they're live and see if that's somewhere you'll vibe with. And if they are, drop that follow because like they're funny, dude. They're funny. And I chill over there when I have the opportunity. If they're on while I'm on and I see them on, yeah, they are at 67 followers. They are so fucking funny, guys. Like, it's not just me. If I'm getting backed up by Squirrel, dude, all right? That's all I got to say. I'm getting backed up by other people. Yeah, they are genuinely, like, very funny. So if you haven't had the opportunity to check them out, maybe, I'm not saying follow them before you can check them out, but like keep that name in the back of your head. If you see them in somebody else's chat, if you catch them on, go check them out. Go watch a VOD. They're on TikTok, same name. If you would just want to watch a few clips to see if that's somewhere you would vibe. And if it is somewhere you think you would vibe, follow. That's all I'm asking. You guys never have to listen to me. Please don't let me bully you. I just try to bring you guys people that I enjoy because I figure if you like it here, you might like some of the places that I like to hang out. All right. So that's my current, like, where I'm hanging out place. So if you catch them on, maybe go say hi. Maybe. Okay. I love that emote. All right. I wanted to look through the animals. I wanted to, like, see what we had available. Nothing happened. You got lucky this time, AK. It's roulette. You have, like, a 1 in 6 shot, brother. If you use Mix It Up, that roulette command you can find under community commands. If that's one that you like and you're like, ooh, I would like to have something like that. Or if you're new to Mix It Up and you don't really know what's up. No, absolutely. I hope it turns out so good. Enjoy your lurk. Good night, Aquila. I hope you have a fantastic sleep. Sleep sweet. I don't know. I lost my train of thought again. It just is what it is around here. I think I was thinking on this last night. I know I was thinking on this last night. Oh, what I was going to say. Okay. Pause, timeout. Right. We're saying goodnight to Aquila. Good night, Aquila. Sleep sweet. Mix It Up. If you have Mix It Up or new to Mix It Up and you're not aware, under community commands, it's a whole tab. They have a bunch of different commands that the community has already put together, set up. All you have to do is import it into your own Mix It Up and it'll just be there. Probably 98% of the commands that I have tried through there have worked. I haven't had any issues. And that command, the roulette command, is through the community commands. They're temporarily unavailable, apparently. They are switching and improving our backend infrastructure. The feature will return in a future update. So ignore me. But when that future update happens, go in there and check out some of those commands. But they're fun. They're a good time. So, but there's a lot you can do with Mix It Up. It's a good one. And then the other thing I was doing is I was thinking on this last night, right? We have my little animals here. I think we're going to do like continental. So back here, I kind of want to do like Africa. Over here, I think we do South America. Over here, we do like Asia. Look at that balloon. Look how high that balloon got. Look at them all. I'm a problem. I got to get rid of the balloons, man. The balloons are a problem. They're everywhere. All right, so we're going to focus on over here. There are a couple of places on my map that don't have power. Like here and here. So I think I'm going to, like, this is going to be a keeper area. I am going to have to put another, because I think I'm going to have this pathway like lead out this way to go over here. We have a keeper area here and a keeper area here. For your life. I'm just popping balloons. Oh, me how? Now step this way. Step this way. I'm really thinking about what I'm trying to do here. I'm not like I'm very satisfied with the layout here. I just know there's a lot of decorating we have to do here. I know decorating can be a little boring. Let's do some exhibit animals because I have 2 empty. What is going on with these monarch butterflies? First of all, let me go in here. Actually, first of all, let me go here. I'm going to go through all of my butterflies real quick. Look at all my fucking capybaras. We have so many. I do not believe so. I believe in sandbox mode. It is literally everything is unlocked. You have access to every animal. You don't have to do any research. You don't have to, like, from my understanding, you just build. It's like free build. I haven't done sandbox mode, but from what I have read, that is how sandbox mode works. Like, you don't have, everything is just unlocked and available to you. All right. Anything that isn't a gold butterfly, I'm getting rid of. We only do the best. I want to make sure I'm not getting rid of like all males or all females. So there's the monarch butterflies. Are these, and we still have a good mix of male and female. When did you have babies, brother? We'll go ahead and handle that real quick. All right. Black Beatles in the city. That's a lot of girl butterflies to get rid of. Okay, that's a boy. It'll be fine. Slowly. When I tell you butterflies, hello, Aries, how are you? When I tell you butterflies are like money printing, I say that every time. Capybara, 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 capybara. Okay. I sing that a lot in my head. I love me a capybara. It's like, there's a couple of like theme songs that people have for different things. That one I sing a lot. And like, you know, like you mentioned like a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer or whatever, and they have some sort of a song that they play. I also sing that a lot. Ask Mr. Quiv how many times he randomly hears me say, "Gritty on your face, can you hear it? Feel the bass." I say that a lot as I walk through my house. And I don't know if you guys used to watch beauty gurus on YouTube, but Jackie Aina, she now is like Jackie Asamoah. Every time I see her on TikTok, in my head I hear Jackie, 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 Jackie. Because that's how she used to like come on. Like, it's like you guys when you come in here. You're here enough. I did, but I'm getting rid of the gold one, or any of them that aren't gold. So as they continue to breed, I have a higher chance of just getting gold, which sell for more. As you can see, most of mine are doing pretty well. Very few of them don't have a gold, you know, but that's it. I'm really just doing this so when they do start to self-manage with their repopulations, male, 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 female, that I have a higher probability of getting more gold butterflies. All right, we'll do a quick trade on those. I got to come down here and put my pigs on birth control so they don't inbreed. All of my chickens are starting to, like all of my older chickens are starting to die off here. So then I'm going to have to go through all of my chickens. Keep like, they can't have fun with each other. That's nasty. Okay? We don't do inbreeding. Although some people are like, I say, fuck it. I could never. All right. No inbreeding over here, please. But when all of my reproducible chickens have moved over the Rainbow Bridge here, I've got these guys left. I will probably keep Susan and then buy another male. I did not name this Kyrian, by the way. These are all self-populated. But if there's ever an animal in here that you would like to name, you just let me know. I have no problems renaming animals. But yeah, we'll probably keep like Susan. I think that's the only one that's gold. Oscar is silver, but I can't have them because they're siblings. These guys don't sell for much anyway. But we'll keep Susan and then we'll grab another chicken from the shop. Right now we got to find some things to put in here. Where is here? Some to put in here. We can name a capybara Kathy. Capybara. Let's find maybe Elena. We can name this one Kathy. Heard, brother. There, we have capybara Kathy. Kathy's over here. Look at her. There's Kathy. It's beautiful. Very happy. Welfare is great. Terrain is great. They need a little bit more of a hard shelter. They're live, laugh, loving it over here, you know? I love her too. She's beautiful. Look at her. I like a capybara in general though. Like these guys over here just hanging out. They're not dead. They're just snoozing. They're all babies. Look at them in the water. Swimming around. being fantastic little buddies. I can't get this to work. This is an underwater feeder. But so far, the capybaras are my favorite. Look at them all. If I was an animal, it might be a it would not be a capybara. Did that not work? I didn't see it. That's the only downside to that is half the time I can't see them because it just pops up over my screen. You know what I mean? I want to see. That's me. That's how I drive in Fortnite. That's how I drive in Fortnite right there. They actually probably drive better than I drive in Fortnite because they didn't end up in a tree running out of storm with a passenger in a tournament. You know, I will never, ever live that down. I can't believe I did that. It'd be like that sometimes. Look at it, though. I'm sleeping. He better be asleep and not dead. Look at him. You're just asleep, right? Yeah, they're just asleep. But I like the capybara. I've got like their little informational thing here. When I tell you, I'm not even kidding you, I spent probably an hour building this cave yesterday, and I have it backed up to the aardvarks. They can't get through it, but there's that. A capybara and a red squirrel. Valid. I almost didn't stream today because my uterus is rebelling, but I was like, I'm just going to be playing Planet Zoo, use the penguin, and play the game. And that's what we're doing. You guys can't see me. I look a little rough. I don't look terrible. I just look a little rough. I look like it's day one, you know? That's all. But I want to add some stuff to this. Some plants and stuff so it looks better. I think step one. I did that yesterday. Not last night, the day before. So yesterday I went to bed at I didn't fall asleep till 4 a.m. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. and I knew I had to stream yesterday. I didn't have to, but I wanted to. Yeah, the African wild dogs do look fantastic. And that was I need to get out of bed. And the only way I could do that was to take a shower. So I got out of bed yesterday and took a shower, came up here and streamed, and was asleep by 11 o'clock last night. I was up long enough to make sure Mr. Noob's stream was moderated. And then I said, and we're done. He raided into Stitchy. I raided into bed. All right. Well, you can pet the capybaras at my zoo. You'd have to do it virtually. You can pet the capybaras. You can walk with the flamingos. You can check out the chickens and the pigs. You can walk through the butterfly house. And I think that's it right now. Oh, no, the tortoises. You can also walk through the tortoises house. Have you ever heard of a state fair? Because I'm pretty sure if you went to a state fair and asked somebody who was showing their pigs if you could just have a cuddle puddle with their pigs, they'd probably let you. Just become friends with somebody who has a pig. Because when I go to my state fair, I know people. I'll tell you, I live in a small space. All right. I know people who have cows, and we joke around. The first time I went to the state fair, I knew them. I joked around that next year they should name their cows ribeye and T-bone and stuff, and they did, and it has never changed. Every time I go through the state fair, I know which cows are theirs because they name them things like that. And I'm like, yep, that is my legacy. That is the one thing I did that I'm like, yeah. But I'm sorry, Vicky. But every time I walk through there, I'm like, can I pet the cow? And they're like, yeah. And then they'll walk over. They're like, you want to sit on it? I don't want to sit on your cow. I just wanted to say hi. But yeah, the cows, I don't ever mess with the horses because I know that that's not their normal environment and I don't want to be bit and or kicked. But the goats, the cows, the chickens, I don't mess with the chickens either. They've got sharp little pointy beaks. The pigs, they have sheep. We pet all of that shit. You just got to watch out that you don't step in cow poop because there's a lot of cow poop. Chickens are mean, man. Chickens are indeed mean. And like, there are chickens that aren't mean. I had a chicken that would cuddle with me, but you know, at my mom's house, I had a lot of chickens, and some of them chickens fuck you up. You go out to feed them, and if you're not wearing boots up to your fucking knees, they just their little back spur claw. Fuck you, my guy. I'm trying to feed you. You keep it up, you're gonna. Vicky, I'm so sorry. I will stop. I won't continue. But you already know. I'm trying to feed you. Leave me alone. Hello, Nick. How are you? How are you doing today? What's up? How rooster? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and if you have more than one rooster in your thing, like they'll fight, and then you gotta. Man, we used to have a rooster that was very sweet. It was the sweetest little rooster I've ever seen in my life. He was the one that would cuddle. But the other rooster had been there longer. It was the dominant rooster and would terrorize that poor rooster. And I'm just like, we got to get rid of it. The nice rooster can stay. They weren't mine, so they got rid of the nice rooster, and I never forgave them. But yeah. Chickens are fucking mean, bro. Chickens are mean. All right, I need some tropical. We're going to throw some trees and stuff in here. You know, I want them to be, this is where it's going to be funky, because I don't want them to go through there, so they got to be short. What you want me? We have some shorter. Ooh, that one almost fits, man. Like 6 years ago. A chicken's in it. Duck named Goose Goose. You know what? I want a duck named Goose Goose. You said that, and it just reminded me up here in Minnesota. It's the only place I know that does it. Good morning, K-Red. How are you? They don't play Duck, Duck, Goose. They play Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. I've never understood why, but it's not Duck, Duck, Goose. It's Duck, Duck, Gray Duck. Yeah. Like, it is, like, that's fine, but, like, why Duck, Duck, Gray Duck? Oh, yeah, we can do a banana palm. I just want, like, is this? Stop. Every time I click in here, it, like, changes it. Okay. I was like, I need it to be just a little quieter. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. I want, like, a taller. Oh, this needs to be deleted. Just this. That was just there so I could center everything. Yeah. There's horses, mad respect. I grew up when I was living in northern Indiana. Family members had they had horses, they bred horses. I did junior rodeo for a while. Nobody has, because I don't think anybody, even though I've been streaming 3 years, has 1 million channel points. I think Sar might be the one with the most channel points, and I don't even think she has the most anymore because she dropped a bunch of them to take away VIP from everybody. No, I want somebody to hit it, because when I say in stream immediately, I'm not even saying bye. I'm not rating out. I'm just gonna in stream. If that ever comes up, we're just out. We're just leaving. But yeah, no, nobody's hit that yet. All right, let's find some stuff to put in here. I've got to find, once we find the right, like, vibe, I don't know that I want bamboo. Oh, okay. I was like, that's after you spent, like, 350K. So you were probably the closest. Yeah. I just want, like, some taller tree situations in here, but not necessarily mangrove. That's a cute emote. Limited time only. How is that limited time? Like, where did it come from? Where did it come from? I'm trying to find it. Is it in miscellaneous? It is. I have this one. I don't have the other one. But, like, what about the streamer who streams the shared chat? We should also have that. to take a tier, make a tier for 1K channel points where someone can give a suggestion for creature in the zoo or just because they want people to know about them. You know what? That's a solid idea. Hey, Queso. How are you? Or Beefy. Do you prefer Beefy or Queso? I never asked. Or do you want the whole thing? Beefy Queso. That's how I hear your name in my head. Beefy Queso. You? I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that suggestion and I will implement that. I'm going to put that in my Discord and my to-do list because that's a solid suggestion. Thank you so much for that, Nick. Oh, dang, sorry, me. She copied it to me already. Thank you. Beefy. Okay. Done. So, all right. Do I need to like pull this part off? But I like the shape of it. Ah. How about you? Oh, these might be good for in here. These might be right. These might be the right size. Maybe. Listen. Okay. That's fine. I'll just do it this way. Yeah. Okay. And the thing is, like, now I can just reuse kind of this around. So we'll place a bunch of these. I never really think about my favorite. I don't know the name of it, but I can tell you what it looks like. It's the one that has like, it is like a Velociraptor, but not. It has like the mohawk on its head. No. I cannot find that. I cannot find it. I don't know where it is. When I look at my commands, I can't find it in there. I have no idea where it is. And it's really, I thought it would be in here, but it's not. It's mad annoying because I genuinely don't know where it is. Let's find out. Dinosaur looks like Velociraptor with hard mohawk. Yes, I'm Googling. That's exactly my search term. That was what I looked up. It's not that one. Let's see. No, it's got like the spiny, it's the hard little mohawk thing on its head. I can see it. I can see it. Let me look up what you guys asked. One of them was the thing with dinosaurs is they make me feel silly because I can't speak in general. And now you want me to say Corythosaurus? Is it you? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Beefy. I love that little guy. He's derpy. He's got a mohawk. How could you not love a mohawk? Any of them with a little mohawk. That one that Thembo just put up is another one with a mohawk that looks pretty cool. You are like cool or whatever. And you do have hair. I've seen it. Okay. What is I do have a sound alert for that. What is it? Oh, no, that's not it. Okay. You. 1 second. I just want to make sure that it is not here again. Yeah, I have that one. I don't have the other one. So I'm going to have to find somebody who's doing a share chat, which is wild because I have done I've been in several shared streams. Don't drop that, don't drop that, Because if it's in here, it should be in channel points. That's exactly where it should be. but it's not. And I don't know where it is. I don't know where else it would be. Unless it's on, ads are going to start in about a minute. I'm wondering if I don't think I set it up through Twitch. I wonder if I set it up through, yeah, it's not set up through. I wonder if I set it up through Stream Elements. The penguin is talking, but I do think maybe the cold medicine, hopefully the cold medicine is strong. You know? That I don't drop that. Pop this here. And then I can like pop another one of these bad boys over here. Hey. And I might like squish him down a little. There we go. There we go. No, you're not tripping out. Not yet. Pull that up. I'm just throwing trees around. Don't drop that dun dun dun. Don't drop that dun dun. Don't drop that dun dun. Don't drop that dun dun. All right, so there's that tree. That tree is fine. You're kind of small, respectfully. Hey. Maybe we can grab a king fern in here. Actually, maybe I drop one of you out here. Maybe I pop this bad boy right here. Kind of block this staff path a little bit. I like it. Picasso. Okay. We also have like this lobster claw. What if instead of these walls, hear me out, we swap them out for a glass wall so we could see what is happening inside the terrarium? What if we did that? Because I have these. Nope, that's not right. Like, that's too small. Give me the 4-meter one. This. I hate when it does this. Edit. Move. Let me delete that. Let me delete that. Pissing me off. It's pissing me off. You know? That's the way we play over here. This is the way I live. Molly Percocet. Percocet. Molly Percocet. We have like this. This one will want to combine. Like it'll sit there how I want it to sit there. But I don't want it with the panes in it. I would rather it be like a regular wall. Which would be this. But when I try to, it doesn't want to click in here like everything else did. And I could like click it to here, but it just stays there. And that's not what I want. And this is opaque, so you can't see through it. And that defeats the purpose. I would like you to be able to see through the wall. Now, I'm not sure why those won't click, but like this one will. That one does. That one does. But that's like a window. Not really what I'm after. This has a spot for a door. Again, not what I'm after. This is just window, but I want it to be clear all the way through. Like, I could do this, but again, not really what I wanted. Kind of, you know, welcome back from ads. All you've done, you haven't really missed anything. Real talk. Nothing was missed. I just settled on glass. Ain't no fucking way. All right, and we'll just duplicate that. Do I have that up? I have it here, but I think I need to have it here. So let me... Very nice. If you're a simmer, make sure you go update your game. Make sure you back up your stuff before you update. Back it up. Back it up. Okay. Okay, so that's good. We'll grab that. Up. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. I guess we'll go there. I think that's where that should go. Yeah. No, I saw some of the assets for this expansion pack for The Sims. Like, the concept of it sounds cool. I'm not, you know, I haven't done any Sims for a while. I don't even have it installed anymore. Until they figure out what they're doing, then I'll figure out what I'm doing. Get out of here. As you can see, I'm going to see if I can get my reshade to work. I just haven't yet. And I think the thing that I was most disappointed out with this patch, or this pack, was the reuse and recolor of so many assets that are already in the game. Like, I feel like there wasn't a lot of new, but I'm only also getting that information off of, like, Reddit, you know. Okay. I feel better about that. And then maybe we can grab this instead of this. Yes. So we'll delete that and we'll grab this. No, 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 no. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Put it back. But I also feel like that's kind of been a thing for stuff in general, is just reusing assets. It was just, this one just seemed very blatant. Like, all right, we'll do that. And then for columns, do we just try to find a thinner one than this? Because I have like this. This is pretty thin. And I kind of like it better. Can I change the color of it? Yeah. Yeah, we can. I know we spent a lot of time building this yesterday. All right. I'm not minimizing that. I'm just redesigning. That way it's there, you know? But then I could corner it and have them come up. So if I do, I think this might be too dark. That's probably too dark. So I want it like there. It might need a little more brown. A little more. I think that's as close as I'm going to get for it. All right. I'm going to plop this in the corner. I'm going to lower this down. Look at that. All right. And then I'm just going to pull this across to where all of these are and line them up. This is why it takes me so long to build. Are there better ways to do this? I'm sure there are. Do I know what they are? No, not yet. But when the time comes, I just reiterate, it's over for you bitches. I don't care if it's like on the inside very good. I just need it to cover the outside. I feel like you guys are just taunting me now with an emote that I will not get. I have that one. That's the one I... Is that the one I have? I don't remember now. Oh, that is the one I have. Look, I can be cool too. No, see, mine doesn't have the little pink in it. You cannot see, but I am indeed pouting. Why is it mine like that? What is this? Need heal. I have it. I guess I'll be looking for people sharing chat now. I need the other half. I'm sad. My arms are crossed. They were. They're not now. My arms were crossed. My lower lip is protruding. I just need to paint that visual picture for you all. Twitch hates me, confirmed. Are we doing anything fun this weekend, y'all? I am not. I'm going grocery shopping and playing Planet Zoo. And cleaning my house and playing Planet Zoo. Tonight. This is going to be a weekend of what we call dungeons and dishes in our house. Play a little bit of a game. Go do some chores. Play a little bit of a game. Go do some chores. That's why I don't do like Fortnite on the weekends unless like it's later at night. I'm trying to think of what we got going on here. As far as like tonight and people streaming. I don't remember who else streaming. I think Tommy Rachel is going to stream because she missed her stream last night. I could be wrong. I don't know if she's 100% yet. I think Mr. Quib streams tonight, but I could be wrong because even though we live together, I don't know his stream schedule like that. Welcome home, Jess. Who else? Sarah, I know streams tomorrow. I don't think you stream tonight, but if I'm wrong, please tell me. Are you or just stream? I know Jess Enchanted will be streaming. There you go. See, tell me Rachel knows his schedule better than I do. I'd literally just walk in there and I'm like, are you streaming tonight? And he's like, he always looks at me and he goes, like, renames the day. Brother, listen, you can tell me those days so you're blue in the face. Ask how often I go and check people's schedules in their Discord. Often, actually. Every time I'm looking to see who's streaming, I'm in your schedules, in your Discord. I may not be chatting, but I do look to see what's going on, you know? Did not. All right, we need one here. Actually, I don't think I need one there. I think that works. So I think we're just going to keep it pushing over here. I want that one. I have the other one. Speaking of schedules and looking at things, just so you guys are aware, I'm going to tell you now and we're going to keep it pushing. I will try to remind you regularly. Monday, March 16th. It was the 10th. We had to change it because of schedule. Monday, March 16th. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So what is air quotes normal stream time over here? Not normal Monday stream time. Monday, the 16th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I am doing a collab with Madam. We're doing some forting and some knighting, and some knight and some forts, you know? So That's a couple few weeks out, but I wanted to let you all know that won't be a normal Monday. I know Jess also wanted to plan a collab day, and I'm so down. But also, I never know. Yeah. If you ever want to collab, genuinely and truly, like if we're chilling and I know you and then you're like, hey, let's collab. I promise you, if you're like, will this day and time work for you? For the most part, yes. Even if it's not my normal stream time, I can always accommodate swap into an evening for a day. You just got to give me a little bit of notice so I can let Mons know. That's all. Monday, March 16th is the day that will be happening with Madam. It'll be the first time that I will be playing with Madam one-on-one, so I'm very excited to be able to like hang out and get to know them a little better. I think that's my favorite part about collabing with people is getting to like know them better. I am 100% being taunted in my own chat. I just want you all to know I see what you're doing. I see how it is. I want you to know we're on this playlist now because of Akila's beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes. That song put us here. I did not pick a playlist. They just know who we are over here at this point. I got some laundry in the wash. I will switch it over when I get home from picking up the kids from school. I got to drop them off at their... It would be my sister-in-law's niece. So their cousin? I got to drop them off their cousin's house today. It became a group effort because I'm not available. They have activities in the evening. But I'm not available to take them to their activities, but their cousin is, but their cousin isn't available to pick them up from school. So I will be picking them up from school and then dropping them at their cousin so their cousin can get them to their evening activities. And like, I was thinking about it this morning, and I don't mean this in any negative way, like genuinely and truly. It is always incredible to me, the community that like people have with their family to help them like do things like that. Like I need to help my sister and my sister-in-law and my brother out because my sister-in-law is going to be out of town. My brother's going to be working when the kids are out of school. And like, it was just, she knew exactly who she had to ask to get those things done. I'm almost always the first person they ask because they know that like, I genuinely do not care. I just wasn't available to do things this evening because I had other commitments tonight and tomorrow. But she knew that like she could ask me first and she was still able to make it work. And I knew that I was probably one of the few people that was going to be able to get those kids from school. So it always baffles me. Can I? Okay. Close. Now I got to get rid of these. Also, I have to like move these up because they're not touching the ceiling. You know? Hello, Looms. I didn't say hi to Looms off rip, not because I hate Looms, but because they had hit me with a silent hello. And if you hit me with the silent, I'm not going to say anything to you until you say something in the chat. That's what that is. Because some of you guys are like working and lurking, and I don't want to be like, hi, so-and-so, and get you in trouble, you know? That's not what I'm about. I'm not about that life. Deleted. I do think I like the way that looks better. And then we got to pull this up. Lift you up. Okay. Do I need to lift that up? Just a smidge. Just a little. It is a lot harder. And like I moved up here and like my brother and my sister-in-law would have helped me. They did help a lot when it came to like help making sure she had Christmas stuff because I was not able to do that for the first several years I was here. They made sure she had Christmas and birthday. I'm actually thinking I'm going to leave these here around the butterfly house because this is what it looks like with... yeah, I don't like it without. So I'm going to actually undo everything I just did. Don't worry about it. There we go. And now we're gonna delete things. Step in cowboy buggy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Then dip. Can I change the color of this? No. Unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. All right. To the right, to the right. Yeah. Can I tell you my favorite things in songs is that shit. That ad lib. My favorite. When I'm singing and I hear somebody in the background going just as ham, they're just as excited. That's my favorite part. Ooh. Yeah. Oh man. Ooh. All right, I also need you over here. I missed a spot. Right. I think I like that kind of shit so much. It started with The Little Mermaid and Sebastian. I'm not gonna lie about it. When the Kiss the Girl, that song, that's where it started. Zero to you, Vicky. No, go back. That's what I wanted. I'm guessing it's an Allie. That's Allie. That's Squish saying hello. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad that could be helpful. I don't get to be helpful too often. Been down boy boogie. Then dip with it. Do a dip with it. Ooh, ooh. So bad. That was not so bad. Close. All right, and we're leaving those. And then we're getting rid of these. With it, down, with it. The only downside to using the penguin on days like today, because I didn't want to get ready, is because you guys can't see the absolute boogie oogie oogie we're doing over here, you know? So respectfully, I was listening to this shit that's not shit. I was listening to like the slower like romantic songs last night, but also the slower like fuck you ballads last night. And so there's some songs that have shown up in my stuff that I'm like, I don't really want to hear that today. Like these. Although I'm on my liked music now. Let's get down to business. So this is just going to be a conglomeration of songs. It just is. If I liked it, I've hit the like button, it shows up in this playlist. It could be any kind of genre of music. If I could share this, it has 435 songs on it. If I could share this, if somebody's like, what kind of music does Quiv listen to? I wish I could be like, this. Because it's a little bit of everything. Some of it is Mr. Quiv, but if I don't like it, it doesn't go on the liked music playlist. If he just likes it, he has to make his own playlist. Nice. Just ignore it. It's fine. Nobody can see it. It's white. Picture plant. Oh, I have to combine. I understand. Oh, let's grab some of these for in here. Let's get down to business. That's going to be too tall. That's also going to be too tall. That's not going to be too tall. Just like this. Let's get down to business. I don't mind that poking out like that. I feel like that's appropriate. I'm going to push it there. Why? I know there's a wall there. I know why it's doing what it's doing. I just don't want it to do what it's doing. There we go. Put that there. Let's just stick it straight up. I find them, see, I get like, you know, I have PCOS, so I currently am rocking a beard. It's not very long, but it is there. My beard and mustache, I'm rocking it. Can you please come in here? Thank you. Put that there. Yeah, we're making progress. I understand this thing is poking through the ceiling, but we're gonna ignore that. Okay? It's not actually poking through anything. Enjoy your lurk, Jess. What time is it? Yep. I was like, I'm hungry. So I'm gonna eat. Can you guess what we're having for lunch today? That's right, Vienna sausages. I get on like these I don't know how, like, these kicks of the same food constantly. For a while it was spam, egg, and rice. Currently it is Vienna sausages. You're not getting any Vienna sausages, man. You can look at me like that all day. So we had to take little Isla Jean to the vet yesterday because they wanted to make sure we were using her inhaler correctly. And we are. The bad news is it's not being super effective. So they want us to do 2 puffs twice a day instead of 1 puff twice a day. And hopefully that helps. They're going to check in with us tomorrow. But if it doesn't help, they are going to have to prescribe her a rescue inhaler. That sounds really good. That does sound delicious, actually. As long as, like, the rotisserie chicken isn't too, like, as long as the rotisserie chicken is pretty plain, right? If it's already seasoned, then you can't really season it with taco seasoning. It tastes funny. Ask me how I know, unless I'm just doing it wrong. What's in here? I want like, we'll pop some of these in here. School candle like midnight ride. Taking my time. Also, I am indeed sitting terribly. You can't posture check me because I don't have one, but if I did, you all would be disgusted and be hitting it right now. I am a friggin' shrimp. I'm all hunched over. Okay, I fixed it for now. As long as you're not making chicken tender quesadillas, you're good. Okay. Do we get a lobster claw? We'll throw this guy around in here a few places too. I shall look so fine. All right, so there's that. All right, beautiful, beautiful. We have like these, but they're not as large as this guy is fantastic. I just don't know what he goes on. Could you imagine having this guy in your... I feel like I want to put him like here, but again, I don't know. What are you called? If I just search all and look up Titan, it's just that. But don't they have like a stem?
Get silly.
Hey!
Get silly.
Hey!
Get silly.
Hey!
Get silly.
Hey, what's up, Louie? How are you? You caught me with a mouthful of food. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you? How are we doing today? Friends, if you're not following Loogie, go follow Loogie. They're doing Celeste. They're doing Fall Guys today. They were doing some Fall Guys. They do Fortnite. They do Cult of the Lamb. They're a variety streamer, and they are fantastic. I love hanging out in the morning while I'm getting ready, sitting at the computer, doing stuff, watching them do their thing. But how are you? How was Fall Guys? I was watching, I don't know who it was. I watched this poor guy struggle to play essentially Frogger until the game ended, and I felt so bad because they would always just barely miss the second or third jump. You know? But yeah. If you came up with that raid, hello, my name is Quiv. I use she, her pronouns. Typically, I'm not a penguin. I do have a face, but today my face is, we're just not there today. 11 crowns, fantastic. Yeah. But if you came with that raid and you need to raid and run, please feel free to do so. Self-care is best care. We only get one of you, and tomorrow needs you. But we're doing some Planet Zoo. We're just hanging out. We're doing a lot of decorating today. I've got like the beginning of the zoo obviously is mapped out. Now we got to fill in some nature. So, and what are we going on here? You messaged the lady who did the TikTok ad and she blocked you. I expected that. I contacted the company of the pins and they blew me off saying that the pins are the same and they used better lighting when I offered a video. Yeah. Of course. Of course. Good morning, Kenzie. How are you? I'm sorry. I didn't see it was silent. Ignore me. I just saw the main. But yeah. I don't know what else to put in here. Probably some cover. Some ground cover. Yeah, they're not gonna take that down because people buy it. I'm looking up a Titan Aurum. Because I want to make sure that I'm not crazy. Hello. A-R-U-M. There's no U. There is a U, but... Alright, let me look at this bad boy. Oh, there isn't. It really does just, like, come out of the ground like that. Absolutely. I'm also eating. I understand. So it, like, goes there. Does it go in a... These things, if you look up a Titan Aurum, hey, they're massive. Like, they really are a very large flower. And they are stinky. They do smell like death. That's just what they are. But no, they don't seem to have a stalk. They literally just look like they'd pop up out of the ground, looking like that flower. Well, I wanted to make it like a thing. This part of the zoo gonna smell like death if I put it here. Do I just put it here? Nah. No, I understand. I also look for the best in people. But no, unfortunately. Look, somebody built a bunch of rock shelters on the workshop for people to download. And they labeled them so you can kind of see what they're for. I don't want to place them. But you see, like, that's a grassland one, and then we have like the taiga one, and we have a desert one. It's kind of nice. Well, hello, K-Rid's house. We love being on full screen. I'm glad that I'm a penguin today. Oh, that's fair. I also want to go back to bed, though, if we're being real. I am so lost. Where is my build? Okay, I found it. We're good. We could do, like... some of these around maybe. I don't want to do a ton because I do want to put some other stuff down. I think we put the other stuff down first. I want these through here. I think that works. But before we do that, I'm going to go to terrain. No, I mean, like, that's fair and that's valid, but also they shouldn't be able to advertise it like that. I'm going to make this whole area in here dirt. We're going to make it all dirt. Because we almost bought, I don't think it was the same, like, pins. I was watching Rach Loves on YouTube. Again, I do watch YouTube. And they had gotten some glitter pins and they like showed on their screen that they were very glittery. They were very happy with them. And those were the ones we were going to get our nibblings. We just didn't because we had them choose what they, they get to pick their gift. And there's 3 of them there and they would not share those. They would each want their own. But hers were the ones I was going to get. And I don't know which ones they were because I don't have the Amazon. The Amazon account is not in my name. It is in his name. Why are you doing this? My game's about to crash. I promise you my game is about to crash. And I haven't saved. Let me save. Let me see if it'll let me save. Okay. It's just being really funky. And I don't know why it's being funky, so... Did we get a shout out for Loogie? I'm so sorry. I normally would do. Yes, thank you. I was about to say I didn't even think about it. Because my mods are fantastic. Bear in mind, if there's a song on here that that like the artist is not one I would normally listen to, either we added it before we knew they were a problem and I haven't gotten the chance to remove it, or I didn't know they were a problem. So there's that. And being a problem isn't, oh, I just dislike you, so you're a problem. Like, you got to be a problem. Nicki, Drake. Who else is there? There's the R Kelly. Yeah, R. Kelly is one. Chris Brown. We don't listen to them here. All right, let me dirt this up here. Yeah, I don't like Drake. Also note, just because I don't like somebody doesn't mean you can't like them. Just means I don't like them. Okay. So now I can go into my facilitas. No, that's fair. And I'm glad that you were able to do the research and realize it wasn't going to work. Hopefully you guys are still within the, they are also on my list of do not listen. Hopefully you guys are in the return window though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad you were able to do that research. It does suck because I do think, rock tumbling could be really cool. Like, I like rock tumbling. I just don't collect rocks that need to be tumbled. My kid does, but hers don't need to be tumbled because I just buy her already shiny rocks. I found a really cool rock the other day. I was going to buy her, and then I remembered she didn't live here anymore. When I tell you the amount of times I'm out in public and I see something, I'm like, oh, the kid would like that. And I go to grab it and put it in my cart, and I'm like, the kid lives 11 hours away. And I have to put it back. Because it's not something that's like I can easily ship. It's always something like heavy, like a rock or food. Okay? That's corn. I don't necessarily want corn. Some vines could be cool to like, you know, do off of the top here. Yeah, except she can't always come up here. Like, we have plans to travel down to the Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee region, like that area. I know that's a big region. I'm just not sure exactly where we're going to land. And like May-ish, May, June-ish, as we finalize things, you know, to go camping and meet up with like Tommy Rachel for a day and then meet up with the kid for a day and like have that kind of be part of our vacation. And like I said, once we have more of that information, I don't mind sharing it. I am going to land at Tommy Rachel's house. I love this song. This is one of my favorite songs. I want this like that, actually. No, I wanted it like that. Yeah, look at it. I like it. Picasso. Welcome home again. I'm quick. I think I'm just going to put him there. We'll put him on the other side too. Never listen, just kids do silly things. I was just thinking, I'm not even kidding you, Tommy Rachel. I was just thinking this morning. Chippy's and her cuppy saying, ouchie, mommy, ouchie. Did she cut her lip on some chip? I was thinking this morning about how when I was growing up, I was constantly getting picked up from school in like 7th grade because from like 5th grade to 7th grade, I refused to be at school. I'm sorry. Oh no, I hope she doesn't have a little bit of a rash. Those are the worst. Hopefully she's good. But like I would call my mom from a payphone at the school. I wasn't even in the nurse's office. I can't imagine how much her work hated me because I would call and be like, I want to go home. Oh, I just didn't want to be there. So it got to the point where I would call her and be like, can I just take the bus home? Can I just get on the bus and go home? And she would be like, fine. Like, that's fine. I don't know how she didn't get in trouble for the amount of times I just left school. It would be like a 2.5 hour walk from my school to my house. And I would leave my house or my school at 9 a.m. to walk home. And I would walk in the door at like noon and my grandma would be like, what happened? Because if I walked home, it's because I was trying to not get into a fight with somebody. Like, and if they saw me leave, like they would watch me leave. And before I left school grounds, they would call my mom to be like, she's leaving. Are you cool with that? Like that's where we were with the school. And my mom would be like, that's fine. She'll be home in a couple hours, you know? No, and that's valid. Listen, the amount of times I call my mom sick, Mom, I'm sick. I don't feel good. Right before math, she knew what time. It was at like 10:15 every day. Right before math class started, I had to go to the office. I wasn't feeling good. They knew what school knew was up too. Why do you think I lit? I don't like math. I'm not good at it. I flip the numbers around. Hello, Ava. I don't like it. Are you going to come up here? Is that what you're trying to do? You guys have seen how she looks trying to get up here. Come on. I won't move. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Good morning, cutie. Nothing is happening because Ava's trying to get to my lap. Oh, she didn't make it. Okay, you're there. You're good. I was probably a little too far back for her. All right, so here's this. We'll do some Viney stuff on the other side, and then we'll grab our... Do we want to grab... Let me plop this in here first. You can't headbutt me while I'm busy, ma'am. She said, watch me. She wants me to pet her. You're already in my lap. Oh my gosh. Is this the large one? No. All right, we're going to grab this. We're going to push it down. I eat till noon. That is my favorite line in the song. When people tell me I'll regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon. Can't regret something in the morning if you ain't awake for it, brother. Okay, I like a Picasso. Let's grab this little guy. I'm gonna pull you up a little. Maybe, do you want to go? She might want to go. We'll find out. Sick. That meant that. No, that's fair. When I was sick, I also wasn't allowed television or anything. We were also reading books. Unless it was grandma. Grandma didn't care. Grandma was an enabler. I would show up home because we live with, I've lived with my grandma since I was 7 or 8. Like when I tell y'all Memers raised me. But she would bribe me. She'd be like, if you do, because she'd be like, you do the dishes, you do this, you do that, then I will let you watch the TV. And so I would, and then my mom would get home and be like, why is she watching TV if she came home from school early? Yeah, And my grandma would be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just be showing up. That's a good sized bush, brother. That's a very tall bush. I'm not mad at it. We love a good bush here. We have this conversation regularly. It's just a little larger than I need it. I need it like here. So if I drop it down into the ground, I'm going to lose too much of it on that side. Like, I'm trying not to care that it's like poking in over here. Really hard. I really am trying to do that. But I think, get out of here. I want the bush. But see, if I drop them all as low as they need to be to prevent that. Yeah. But, like, I feel like that's a little different. If it's, like, something like tonsillitis and appendectomy, something like that, please play your games. Please feel better. Please not have any complications. You know what I mean? If you're like, I'm sick, like, like I used to do. I get it. I get it. Because I was definitely I'm sick. I'm terrible. Let me exit this. Let me go here. Let me go here. Yeah, all of that's done. Nope. This is all part of everything that's in here is part of the enclosure. Any of the, not the habitats, any of the exhibits, the walkthrough exhibits or the other exhibits out here, like these, where'd they go? These guys, if you click them, all of those plants show up under layout. It's these. It's their enrichment stuff. So as you research them, you'll get higher enrichment levels and you can just turn them on. Like I could turn them all off and they all disappear. Everything in there's gone except for this bush, which they put in there. Like this is how it comes base. This is what it looks like when you first get it. And then as you unlock research, you can make it nice and fancy. And that's true for like these guys over here. So like for him, because this is, I don't know, for them, there's two in here. I can click this and change my layout. I've already turned it all on, but I can also customize it and close some of these windows. So like they don't use that window to be seen or this window or this window. So I could turn them and either do a 2D facade or a 3D facade. But you told me never be alone. And a 3D facade is just that. It's just a 3D facade. The 2D facade is like a picture. So yeah, exhibits, it's going to be these up here that change the inside. When you do ones like this, make sure you're checking their humidity and their temperature. The habitats you get full customization over. They say to me. I like it. I like the game. I'm having a good time. Hopefully y'all are having a good time because this is probably like the staple game for a while. Like for a while. It brings me joy. I've lost my bush. There's my bush. I've got to close that. I don't need it anymore. Simeon 2 had me run through exhibits on how to work with them. Yeah. Yeah. I had to think about that for a second. Yes. That's like, I like the career mode because I like having objectives. It's unfortunate that is kind of the only tutorial they have in the game. If you don't do career mode, good luck. Good luck, family. You are not going to figure it out easy. Yeah, the tutorials are definitely what I use to figure out what I was supposed to be doing. Always on the run from... I think I'm going to throw some flowers back there. All right, let's go here. And then we'll pull this one over to here and I will push it down just so it's kind of ground cover. Tinkerbell, Wendy, darling. We'll pull this up because it's too far down. Maybe give it a little spinnerooski. doing this in this little space, not the easiest thing in the world. This plate is going to be too big. Let's go down one. There we go. That'll do. We'll grab a couple of small ones and we'll throw them in the corners. Always on the run from. All right. See, that looks nice. And then I wanted to grab these, the large, and maybe. Can I please get down in here? Thank you. I would like to just move you. Maybe we could put these here in the back. You gotta like push it down sometimes, you know? There we go. See, that looks nice. I like it. I think this right here also needs to come down just a little. I think it's too tall. There we go. Nope, not that one. I don't know what I just did there. I'm sorry that that camera just jumped like that because that was not my intention. Oh my God, please. I just want to make sure that this side looks good. And it does. Yeah, like they're supposed to be coming out with Planet Zoo 2 in the future, and there's just some things I hope they. It's coffee. You cannot have any. Sorry, I picked up my cup and she immediately latched on, like, brother. But there's some things I would like to see changed. I think that their build tools are like a 7 out of 10. They could be a little better. I don't. It was 100%. That's exactly what was happening. But I like being able to build on a grid, but I also want the ability, like over here, I had to build the wall for these. And then, oh my God, please. There we go. I had to build the wall and then put the restaurants in because it didn't want to line up. Obviously, this is not finished. As you can see, we're just kind of floating here. That will be something that we work on. But in order for me to like get these to line up, I had to put the walls and then I had to like move it little by little to get it to line up correctly. Like those are the kind of things that like bother me as somebody who wants to build in the game. And then like if I wanted to do like this, if I wanted to give it a fancy glass front, you can still see the building underneath, which I get, but also don't give me the opportunity to make the front of the the info booth glass as an option for the front and not make it look good. I don't know how else to describe it. That's all. I just don't know how else to describe it. So, there's little critiques like that. And I'm not the best person to like, I'm not going to write them and be like, these are my issues and this is because I don't know how to fix it. I just want to say it would be nice if like I could build the building and the things snap to them and it not necessarily be built on a grid, but it all still be together. And I don't know how to word that because like it either is connected because you've built it on a grid. And once you start connecting pieces, it automatically wants to grid it together. But I don't necessarily want it to be like that sometimes. Sometimes I want to be able to freely build a build. I don't know. I really don't know how else to describe it. If you played a game, you'll probably understand what I mean. But if you don't, may that never find you. May that frustration never find you. I don't have these on the other side. I do have those on the other side. These are what I have on the other side. I try to find like keeping the same types of plants everywhere. And that's a landscaping hack you can use anywhere. Ads are going to start in about a minute. I feel like we just had ads, but it really has been. It has been an hour. It's 1 o'clock, brother. But you'll notice, like, when I was building Sims, when I build here, I pick a theme, and that's what I stick to. So I have, like, 1 or 2 kinds of plants, one, like, ground cover, a couple of different kinds of bushes, and I put air quotes around bushes, and a couple of flowers, and that's all I'll use in that thing so it looks cohesive. When you guys ask how I do landscaping. Oh, is this a fun fact, not so fun fact? Because I feel like this is about to be a fun fact, not so fun fact. I'm waiting to hear what this fun fact is. That's shit. I did download the VOD yesterday so I can trim it so we could get the video edited out of it. That's fucking weird. I don't need that to be liked. This one's kind of tall, so I'm gonna like put it here. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. Oh, it's a Twitch bug. Okay, if I can figure out how to compress it and send it to you, like in an email, they may have the bug fixed by then. But if they don't, I will try and figure out how to do that. Okay. I'm glad yours is working. Yours is probably going to be easier to find clips in for that because you only streamed that. Like mine is picking up clips from the whole stream. I'm sorry. I need you to move a little bit. My leg has fallen asleep. I know you like sitting right there, but if you would just like 180 yourself, you would be much more comfortable. Oh my gosh, you're shedding like crazy, baby. Oh, okay. I'm just going to keep plopping down these $20. That's the other thing. I have $168,000, but the amount of money we're going to be spending in landscaping, brother, we're about to be dropping some money. I know. I know it's really frustrating. I'm really sorry that your computer is giving up on life. Oh no. Your little claw destroyed my shirt. What are you doing, Mama? I did that so you would be more comfortable. Are we good? Is that comfy for you? Can I go back to what I was doing? That's where my hand has to rest. Don't look at me like that. She's unsatisfied with my decisions. I don't want to favorite it. I want to change it. Yeah, there's just some like visual things, like what's going on here. Drives me crazy. I'm about to join. Oh, no, you're not. You're not. Girl, if I have to drive to where you're at to womp you, I will. You just let me know. All right? See? That is one of the things I would also like to be able to do. A little more fine tuning of some things is definitely something I would like to be able to do. And maybe there is a way to do that we're just not aware of. But as of right now, I really don't know what that way would be. Okay. That's unfortunate for me. I need you all to know that I have Jess up in the background at 1%, mind you. And I'm not sure who they are talking to about not going where they're going. But if you are also watching Jess, just go wherever they're going. All of it. I know what they're doing today. And I wish them luck. Yeah, they're trying to get to Unreal today. In ranked. I'm just saying. If I was there, I would find them. I would let them know. No way. Ranked right now is, you know, I'm glad that we hit ours when we did. So respectfully, if you're still working on that ranked grind, nothing but love and respect, dude. No, it's just, how is it not protected? Is that not their first game on? That's wild. Can I lay by your side? Somebody hit him with a voice mod because I hear a creepy voice in the background. And I'm glad I have my headphones in because my cats would be going crazy right now because somebody hit them with another voice mod and they sound like an angry cat. All right. I like it, Picasso. I think it looks nice. If you don't like it, that's unfortunate for you because I'm not changing it. Now we have to do this side. I also want to make this look like a cave entrance. Do you think I can do it? Like right here? Like have some rocks right here and then have like the opening here and then have it like rocks here and then build it up kind of high, but also like just so I can cover the entrances to these places. I know I can do it. That's not really my question. My question is that something you guys have the patience to sit through today? You know? Let me see what we have for... Because I know that it's not for everybody. And I appreciate y'all coming in here. When we do games like Planet Zoo, it really is just chatting for me. So most of you guys know that. You guys have been here long enough to know that when I can sit here and build without thinking, it's really so I can sit here and yap with you guys. And that's what really why I love Wednesdays and Thursdays. Like, I love being able to play Fortnite with y'all, but also sometimes I just want to be able to yap and catch up with what you guys are doing. Drop that a little bit. I'm gonna turn this. I ate like one bite too many of a Vienna sausage. One Vienna sausage too many. I think it's time to practice what I preach. Is that the big one? Oh, you can give me a sausage. Thank you so much, Maggot. How are you today? I appreciate the lurking. Maybe we grab a little one of these to kind of place back here. And then I want another one of these. There we go. And then maybe we can do a couple of small ones over here. Okay, that works for me. I like it, Picasso. Let me hit play because our money situation is about to be, there we go. I just want to make sure that we're good, you know? Financially speaking, that we're fine. Because I don't like to keep the zoo, we're year 19. I don't like to keep the zoo like in motion while I'm building. I don't know. It's just not something I enjoy. All right. We're going to keep it tropical. We're going to find some rocks. I like the rocks that say dynamic on them because the thing is going to move. Like if I hit X and spin this, you'll see that the moss just kind of stays wherever the top of it is and it doesn't come down the sides. So even if I like spin it this way, the moss just stays towards the top. That's why I like the dynamic ones. The moss will stay where it is, where these ones are just mossy. It doesn't matter how I put my thing down, flip it, or reverse it. It's just going to be mossy regardless. It doesn't change. So I think we're going to start with here. So we'll do that. Swip over to this one. It's a little smaller so we can fit it in this little corner. This is what I will spend the most time on. Is making a fucking cave today. I just need you all to know that. And then... quit favoriting them. I don't want to favorite them. Please. Now we get a big boy. I think you are judging. Look at this massive rock. This massive rock is going to be the peak of my cave here. Is that how I want the top? I think that's how I want the top. All right, let's push you this. Wrong way. Hold on. Hold on. Like that. Oosa. I think that rock might be too big. All right, let's pop this guy a little more flat. Ooh, ooh. All right, we'll do this. All right, this will be the top of the cave. I see this guy here, right? So I can see that that guy is going to be able to fit under that rock. So we'll grab that, and then we'll grab a couple of these maybe. Just push this down. I want it like this. I want this to be the supporter. We're making progress. This is what it's kind of like Tool, but it's not like Tool, you know? It's reminiscent. Okay. That'll do there, and then I'm going to grab this big ass rock. And then give that a push. Do we give it a little spinneroonie? Yes. Yes. I do too. Or holding shift to like place multiple things. I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to grasp how this works. Okay, I like the way that looks. Okay. Now I'm going to pull one of those over here, hopefully. Give it a rotation. We might do a couple of rotations just to make it look a little not like the same rock over and over. Because I don't want it to look like I'm placing the same rock over and over. Don't feel like doing anything. You can sometimes, but like right now, if I hold shift and place multiple, I can't. That's what the one tool is for. Like if I get out of this, if I want to do that, it's this. But like if I grab this, I can hold shift. But once I like, if I place this, get it where I want it, and then want to duplicate like this, I do like. I can come in here, I can get this where I want it, and then I hit this and this. It'll just give me another one in the exact same positioning. So I can do it that way if I want. Get out of my windows. Holy buckets. Guys, we have like an hour today. Today has gone very, very fast. In my bed. All right, let me plop this on here.
Savings for chumps.
Saving is for chumps. Please save your game. It's been a while since we've been able to use that. Holy. Let me close that. Let me pull this up and over. This is going to be our cave entrance. Do some P90X. Meet a really nice girl. Have some really nice sex. This is great. Oh my god, this is great. I bet my old man would be so proud of me. Yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. Beautiful. All right, and then I'm going to hit shift and click all of these pieces to highlight them all. Make sure I've got them all, right? And then I'm going to do this. Ain't gonna hold my hair, 'cause I ain't going anywhere. No, 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 no. Strut in my birthday suit. All right, we're gonna spin this way. It's a little thinner. Nope. Oh, today I don't feel like doing anything. Nope. The amount of times I grab that green when I mean to grab the red is crazy. Okay. This may not work here. Please hold. Are you going to work? Like, this is the only other staff entrance for this area. And I would like it like this. So what I'm going to do is pull it this way. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. I can redo it. I'm just trying to be lazy. I don't want the rocks to be busting through this exhibit, you know? Okay. So I'm gonna give up on that. We'll just build a new one over here, you know? It's like gonna be Stonehenge or something over in that bitch. And I am gonna make this larger. I guess it's never really over. I should do like a one rock challenge. It would have to be a small rock because some of these rocks, as you can see, are massive. Listen, let me try to be lazy, brother. Let me live. Maybe we use this. That's valid. You are allowed to quote. Let me be a menace to society quietly. All right. Stars out here sharing my shame. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. In the words of Tommy Rachel, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right. And then I want to put some here. I need something just a little larger. Nope, you are not larger. There we go. I want this one. I'm not being quiet because I don't have anything to say. I got sucked into the build. I'm sorry. We started concentrating.
All right.
We're locking in, brother. We have like 45 minutes. Are you ready, Ava? All right. Ava said she's ready. Up and down. All right, let me have the bigger flat rock. We're going to pull that up. I kind of want it a little more straight, but click that. Bring this over here. I'm going to be so good at making caves. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a cave maker in Planet Zoo. You need a cave, you let me know. I'll start building and uploading caves. I won't, but I might. You never know with me, you know? That's always a possibility. I just love a good cave, you know? I like things to be hidden. Ow, that hurt. She barely tapped me with her claw out. You must have one that's like cracked. You have a cracked? You do. I'm sorry. I can't cut that if it's cracked. It'll hurt. I know. It's so precious. You're so precious. That is how I'm going to make my zoo money. Selling freaking... You can't even sell them. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We're doing something with this rock. I don't know what we're doing with this rock, but something is happening. Like that. And then maybe we could pull it this way. Pull it up a little. Push it back. Pull it up. I like it. That's where that's staying. And then we're going to grab this rock. Thing is with this rock, it's pretty big. You got to make sure that like... So baby, I think that maybe you can love me. This rock is too big. I made a mistake. Different rock. 95%. Dang, man. You're close. I don't think we've had anybody be 100% cutie patootie. Killa is the closest. Killa is the closest with 99%. $33% for Tom and Rachel. Listen, you can't be 100% all the time. Listen, I've told you guys this before. Even on days where your best is 18%, that's still your best. And all I'm asking for. So if your best today as a cutie patootie is 33%, I'll take it. That's valid. If 18% is 100%, it's 100%, right? Right. Ava agrees. I also look like a gremlin. My little pieces of hair that broke off are sticking straight up. You know? That's really the worst. I look like a fucking parakeet today. And for whatever reason, my my scar on my lip is like very, very prominent today. And I didn't want to wear makeup. And I know you guys don't care, but like let's yap about this for a second. There are people who understand where I'm coming from with this. Even though it is not like an expectation, there's an expectation on female streamers to get dolled up essentially to stream. I don't always want to do that. And so on days where I don't want to do that, I become a PNG tuber. Okay. I hope your food is delicious. But like I shouldn't, if a guy can just if a dude can be on stream fucking shirtless, there are several I can name, both big and small. Why can't I be on stream without makeup on and not have to worry about defending or explaining that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel I have to defend it or explain it, and I shouldn't, because, like, I didn't want to wear makeup today, you know? I don't want to. But I also don't want trolls in here being fucking trolly, you know? That's really what it is. I don't want to deal with trolls. When I'm in PNG tuber mode, I just want to exist. But there are days where I will come on here looking like a troll just so I can troll back. And my mods know it. And I appreciate that my mods give me the opportunity. I like wearing makeup. You know? I like it. But, like, once you start wearing makeup on stream, there's that, like, I don't want to say expectation, because it's not an expectation. But, like, that's what people want to see. That's how they see you. I don't know how to explain it. It is an expectation. I lied to you. It is an expectation. You're a mom of 2 kids. You probably were tired. It was probably more than just looks. Respectfully. I mean that so respectfully. If I had 2 kids under the age of 5, I would also look tired. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, I bet I do look tired. I am. Like, you are correct. See you later, Ava. She did not want to hang out while I made this. You know? Yeah. Like, let me be tired, please. I'm gonna grab this rock. Yeah. I need this. I need this. Every time I close my eyes. Yeah. Listen, 2-year-olds do some wild shit. I like my cave. The only thing I don't like is how clear of a shot you get from, like, here to here. And there's not a way for me to, like, edge that off. But that's our cave. I like it. That's our entryway. And then we're going to put spaces here. I'm sorry. Like, mouth paint is the worst. They really are. Teeth issues really are the worst. Exactly, Ebru. I just don't know why, like, I'm a firm believer in stance. I don't give a fuck. Y'all know this. I do not give a fuck what people think about me. But also, I care a little, you know? Who doesn't care a little? I care a little. I'm sorry. Like, the worst thing in my mouth, like, I have periodontal disease. My gums are receding. But my front 2, you guys will never notice, my front 2 teeth are chipped, but they don't cause me issue. I'm sorry. Dental problems are the worst. And, like, even if you have dental insurance, insurance sucks dick. You know, like, it sucks dick. So even if you have the best insurance, trying to get into a dentist is damn near impossible. It's mad annoying. I want some fountains for other things. I'm glad you're able to get into the dentist. I have state care, and the closest dentist for me to get into is a 6-hour drive one way, and they didn't have any availability until July. And I was like, I'll pay out of pocket at my dentist. Thanks. So I'm on Mr. Yeah, exactly. I'm on Mr. Quibb's insurance just for dental because the place in town takes it. Last time I went and paid out of pocket, it was like $1,200, and that was for what they called a debridement. It was just a really intense cleaning because I hadn't been able to get one for a while. And then, yeah, and so we paid out of pocket for that. But even on his insurance, I think just a regular cleaning with insurance, with his insurance, which is the best insurance his company has to offer him, is still like $200, $250. So, no, I feel it. It is crazy. And like, trying to get into the dentist is hard, especially, and then like emergency dental appointments, because I'm sure they would consider you an emergency dental appointment because you've got, you've got to get that stuff fixed. They're always very hard to get into. And if you happen to snag one, they charge more because it's an emergency visit. And like, American health insurance is the biggest fucking scam on the existence of the planet. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm so serious. It's the worst. Yeah, that when I say we paid out of pocket, that went on the emergency credit card and we're paying it off. Like I did not have, yeah, and that's the issue here. The closest place that takes state insurance to me is an hour and a half one way. Which that's fine. I don't mind driving an hour or an hour and a half. That's cool. But all of them are booked. All of them are booked. You know what I mean? So like I finally found one that had an opening and I was like, well, it's like a 6-hour drive. I could just go the night before, get a hotel, whatever. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, do I really driving 12 hours round trip to go to the dentist is insane. I'm not doing it. And then you got to pay for gas and your food and a hotel stay. And it is going to be pretty much the same cost for me just to put it on the credit card here. So, and it's like right around the corner. So that's what I did. Only how. Then step that way. Step this way. Yeah, it is. That's frustrating. I understand. Like I am like my optometrist, which takes my insurance. They're closing a lot of satellite offices. So I have to go somewhere else now. So instead of driving like 5 or 10 minutes to my eye appointment, which I have to go to the eye doctor every year because of the hydroxychloroquine, it can like mess with my eyesight pretty bad. I now have to drive 45 minutes one way. And that means Mr. Quiv is probably going to have to take time off of work because every single time I go to the eye doctor, they have to dilate my eyes to make sure that there's nothing going on. And I have been very fortunate that they haven't found any issues. But like in April, like that appointment for that I had made in November and I go to the eye doctor in April. You know what I mean? Like, so places that do take my insurance out here, the state insurance out here, they fill up so fast that they called me knowing I have to have my eyes checked every, like somewhere between March and May every year. They called me in November to set up that appointment. And I'm very grateful for them because I wouldn't have been calling until like now to set up that appointment and I wouldn't be able to get in until like August. Yeah. State insurance is wild. Like, I am grateful that I have it. It covers if I end up in the hospital or the emergency room for whatever reason, it will cover that. And I appreciate it. But like, also, I would like to be able to afford preventative care so I don't have to wait until it's bad enough to go to the hospital. That's all. I would just like some preventative care, please. That's affordable. And I'm lucky to even get the state insurance. I think I only get it because I have underlying health issues with with everything going on after I got the Rona, I don't want this over here. We'll come back and we'll fix that up. Get back over. This is why it takes me so long to finish a build. What am I in the middle of doing? I'm in the middle of zhuzhing this area up. What did I see? Hey, and was like, oh, let me go put that with my chickens and my pig. Stop it and finish zhuzhing this area up, you walnut. Okay? We also have these, which I think are really pretty. They're just like a cover for your walkways. And, we have some flat ones. It's constant over here. That's why, like, yesterday when we came in and I was like, yeah, I have this build half started and this build was half started and this was half done and these over here are also half done and this is also, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going through and I'm like, oh yeah, I should go do that. Oh yeah, I should go do that. Oh, look, I need to go do this thing. Like, it's fine. I feel like I need to like do more here, but also I don't want to. I think it'll be fine once we start putting some plants around. I'm just trying to think of like what I want, because all of this is kind of tropical. So I think all of this is going to be tropical, actually. I think that is the play. So we'll make this zone a tropical zone. Let's grab a big tree for like here. I'm going to be honest. They have weeping willows in here. And when I think of a weeping willow, I don't necessarily think tropical because I think of the South in America. But if you think of the South in the United States, it kind of is a tropical climate. Like Florida, Louisiana, if it's those would be considered tropical, I think. So like it makes sense. But I don't think of it as a tropical plant. I think of it as a weeping willow. You know? That's what I see it as. Maybe we pop that like here. Put it there, actually. I don't want to hear this song. I'm so sorry. If you like Ordinary by Alex Warren, I like that song. I'm just also very tired of hearing that song. It's all over the place. It has been for over a year. It's a beautiful song. But I really, that line, all my life I'll do ya. Really, like, you're grown. You couldn't think of another way to say you're fucking your wife every night. All my life I'll do ya. Just feels juvenile to me. Respectfully. But I do think it's a gorgeous song. When it first came out, I was obsessed. And then that line got stuck in my head. And now I can't ever unhear it. Do I want to put this over here? I kind of do. I kind of want to put this right here. Somebody spent some time on that. Holy, that's pretty. I'll be borrowing that from them. I don't even know if that's like from the game or not. I want like see, that's a big old tree. I feel like I could like make one of these big old trees work over here. Yeah, I can. But like, do I want that there? No. I want like not that there. I want my what are they called? My employees. I don't listen, every time I hear that song, I hear all my life I'll do ya. What do you mean he says, how do ya? I'm looking up the lyrics right now. I'm not even being funny. Ordinary by Alex Warren lyrics. Thank you. This has become a thing now. Yep. You're taking me out of the ordinary. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? I'm genuinely looking. Oh my life, how do ya? Okay, that is what the lyrics say, but also that's not what he says. I said what I said. He says, "Oh, all my life I'll do ya." He does not say, "How do ya?" Nope. Refuse to acknowledge it. I'm glad that he doesn't actually say what I thought he said. But also, because I was like, this is the worst lyric of life. But also, I'm committed to dying on that hill now. That's all. I have committed to dying on that hill. We could throw a sausage tree down here. I do like a sausage tree. Or do we do another weeping willow? I like that sausage tree. That sausage tree feels good. Sausage. They're called a sausage tree because they look like they have little sausages on them. Do you see them? Sausage tree. And for the record, if anybody wants to argue with me on that lyric, that's cool. Just know that this is indeed the quiptatorship and I will always be right. But I know that you're right, but I'm never going to admit that. All right? I'll let you guys have that one. This is the one where I'm going to die on the hill knowing I'm wrong, but I know I'm wrong and I'm still going to do it. I am never wrong. You guys will learn. It'll be fine. You guys will learn if you're new here. Just know I'm never wrong. Right, I'm going to throw some plumeria down here. Gonna be golden. Let's throw this here, but I need to like be able to move it back into this spot. So beautiful. Look at that. We love it. And then I don't want to like overdo the decor, but also I do. I think I might move, get off of me. I think I might move this a little. Maybe like push it further back here a little bit. I was about to say, I just don't want it to be like in the thing here. So I think that's as far as that's going to go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I feel like I need something here that is kind of a nice size, but please stop doing. This is the thing that it drives me crazy with. You can get so close and then it's like, oh, you want me to sit on top of these. No, I just want you to be closer than you are, brother. Stop it. You don't get off of me. If you don't get off of me. All right, and then we're going to push you on back. There. That has been driving me crazy. It really does. SC. That's what I need. I really like this ground cover situation. Some of it is way too tall. Are you short? Yeah, and then I can grab like this larger one. Just kind of cover the space with it. I'm gonna pull her up so it's a little bushier. I like it. I like it. We're doing things. We're doing things. What we're doing, I don't know. I don't know if this is how this plant should be used, but this is how I use the plant. He said, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you. Tonight, maybe we could go out, get up off our feet. This life ain't forever. Then we'll play it on repeat. We can dance all night." What do we think? I think that looks pretty nice. Are they? Were they fresh, never frozen? Did you not freeze them? I hope you didn't freeze them. All right. So I do have a blueprint saved. It's that one that we made. This one here. I want to use it here, but it's too big. So now I have to find somewhere I can use this that fits. No. Why are you in the air? Also, why are we just like rotating on a click? I just want a smooth rotation, you know? Like it's like I don't like that. Yes, that noise is important. Do I need to push you down a little more? Then it's too far. We could dance all night. I want to use it, but I don't have anywhere I can use. Quit letting go of your balloons. They could get into a habitat, brother. They're trying to kill my animals. Let's add a bush. Hi, nice to meet you. Tonight, maybe we could go. Let's get up off our feet. She said, life ain't forever. One song here together, then we play it on repeat. The noise is important. You think it's not, but it is. Okay? Okay. Okay. All right, let's grab some terrain paint. Some soil. You know? Put some dirt down. I'm just doing some clicks. So it's not super... That's going to be dirt. All of this is going to be dirt. I know. I don't know why they're trying to kill all my animals. I've worked hard to get these animals. It took me in-game years to understand where they even came from. I'm going to make this all dirt. Okay, and then in here, I know I wanted to put a fern. I wanted to put in this guy. Look how big he is. Y'all. He feels appropriate. He does feel appropriate there. That's just where he sits, I guess. Maybe we grab more of that ground cover. I want you to know, I put all those vines on here and I was like, oh, I'll do this side in a little bit. That's it. That's all. Okay. It's going to make me use these little bitty ones to get it the way I want it. Yeah, some of them you have to, and I think that's why, because I had done the careers mode for so long, I was confused as to why I wasn't getting any animals. Because I was like, what do you mean there's more than one page? I'm not saying that, like, it's not funny, because it is still funny that I had no idea how to buy animals. Don't place the, okay. But like they're getting, it's like the animal balloons are also getting away from them, you know? If they want to spend $20 on a balloon just to watch it fly away, who am I to stop them? I already got your 20 bucks. You know? I want this. Okay, I don't want that. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want this. Thank you. Okay. And then maybe we could do some plumeria. Those are over here. If you are what you say. Whatever happened to Lupe Fiasco? Oh, what you say you are. Oh. Well, it sucks that your mama wasted money on that. No refunds. Oh, 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 yeah. A superstar and have no fear. There we go. And then we can grab it. Oh, is this the littlest one? I think it is. I don't like it. Okay. Do that, and then we'll grab our these. These are my favorite plant in Planet Zoo. I use them for ground cover, as you can see, constantly. Oh, 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 yeah. There we go. And then I can grab a little one here. There we go. I think that looks nice. I think that's good. All right. You can walk in. If you work here, you have a nice little like walkie-in area. Look, they look thrilled about it. You know? I think they're just thrilled to escape the confines of their cages. And then, you know, you've got this nice space you can walk through. It's a little vibe. Kind of vibe. Make all of this dirt, because I did not. Is all of this dirt? It is. Beautiful. Yeah, from this angle, this is good. And that's really what I needed. All right, now we want to come over here. Nope. Anywhere where you could like, not the ads again. I feel like they're really rolling today. Oh, we need to get exhibit animals, guys. I'm just over here fucking dinking around building. I still have 2 exhibit animals I need to grab. The camera's here. I am losing time, but that's okay, because when I get home, this is where I'll be. I will be right here. Do I have any? See, these go in a thing. Do I have any boa constrictors? All right, I have. What are you? Okay, nothing. We have iguanas, death adders, butterflies. I don't know if I'm going to nap today. You guys got like 5 seconds till ad start. All right, so I don't need I don't need butterflies. I can get anything else. You know what I like? Good old axolotls. I'll grab you. And you. I'm not putting these butterflies in storage, by the way. You guys can go here. You guys can be sold. That's what I wanted to check. Processing, sell. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. Apparently I was storing them unintentionally. That's 100% my fault. All right. And because I've already researched the axolotl, I already have all of their stuff unlocked. And then here, manage population. I want 1 male, 1 female. Priority. That's how they sell, right? I don't want that. I don't want them to put them in my... Don't manage the population. I'll manage the population. Okay. Hit play. This has to come up and down. Well, please hold. I know I haven't set it up. I need you to chill for a second. Okay. Let me open my zoo, open up my work zones, and then my entry. Look how many, look, all these people are in this work zone. Okay. Edit work zone. I need this and this and this in that work zone. And then this needs to go in here. As is that. Perfect. And now that should be in a work zone. And this is my axolotl. That is not how you spell axolotl. That's how you spell axolotl. Climate's good. Layout is beautiful. If I hit play, it's not going to yell at me anymore about it not being in zone. Perfect. Okay. And then, buddy, get out of my hello, please. I just need the hello. I just need to click this. Thank you. And then I'm going to delete these ones. Get my 2250 back because I don't need these signages on the side. Our flamingo is about to have babies. Pause. All right. You. There we go. And we're going to give them a 2D facade because I guess that's all I can give them. All right. And then that's their water. I just kind of let these things exist. Perfect. So now let's see what else we can get. What do you, oh, I was like, what now? All right. Exhibit trading. So now we have some things. I like the axolotls. I think they're cool. Can't get the sloths because they go in a walkthrough exhibit. We will get them eventually, just not right now. I kind of want some turtles, but they're, you know. These also go in a walkthrough exhibit. The bats. Welcome back from ads. All you've missed is me setting up essentially a terrarium for some axolotls and not knowing how to spell axolotl. We're gonna pick one more of these guys, maybe a Gila monster. Okay, these just go in exhibit. Perfect. So let's grab us a Gila monster. We're actually gonna grab us 2 Gila monsters. I'm gonna grab that one. I don't want this one. This one's booty cheeks. Well, we're going to be on the hunt for a Gila monster for a little while. But for now, these 2 will do. All right. Stop releasing your balloons! We are not near warm enough, and we are way too humid. We need a little more humidity. Just a smidge. Thank you. Okay. So there's that. Make them a little hotter. Click R. Yeah. There's our Gila monster. I don't know that I have too much set up for them. They can have a 3D facade. All right. Perfect. I have not done any research for them yet. There we go. And now we're going to save. And then I'm going to tell you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. And we're going to find somewhere else to go because I just want to make sure I have enough time to get there. You know how school, you know how if you have kids, you understand that like pickup time is the worst. All right. I know where we want to go. I know normally when I do Cozy, I try to stick with Cozy, but we are going to go right into Jess. Jess is desperately trying to hit Unreal in Fortnite. I know we love Jess. So we're going to go say hi to Jess, support Jess a little bit. Grab your raid messages. So the one with the raid message, the raid message with the dancing dinosaurs, anybody can use. Following, not following, sub, not subbed, does not matter. The one with the cat and the frog are specific for subs. If you get left behind for whatever reason, that link at the top of chat will take you over to where we're going. So please don't feel like you're not welcome. I'm going to copy the dinosaur one. All right. So let's go say hi to Jess. Jess and Tommy Rachel are trying to get Jess to Unreal today and some fork knife. So please remember to take care of yourselves and then take care of everybody else. I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out today. Sorry it was a shorter stream. It's going to happen occasionally, you know, but tomorrow we're doing community games. We'll do some Fortnite. I will see you then. Remember, I think I said this already. Take care of yourself, then take care of everybody else. I love you so much. Goodbye.